This right here is me, and you probably wonder how I got here. Well, let me catch you up real quick. This little town here is where I spent most of my winters. I went sledging, petting kittens, and enjoyed the huge amounts of snow. But most importantly, this is where I learned snowboarding almost 7 years ago. So when I came across a folder on my old hard drive the other day and looked through the footage, I remembered how special my time there was.
Wir waren jetzt noch bei Billa. Wir sind jetzt hier bei Billa.
I don't know why, but at one point we simply stopped going there during the winter, but that needs to change now.
So, starting our trip, we already got up at the crack of dawn
Because we had a 3-hour car ride in front of us and still wanted to hit the slopes for some time. So shortly before arriving at our Airbnb and going up the mountain, we had a snack.
Since this place taught me how to snowboard, I thought it would only be right to learn something new again and hope this time it won't take me 3 years. We then got to the first place
I vividly remember from my childhood memories. I got dressed and then walked all the way to the ticket shop.
I'm headed down this road again. I'm going back to California. Only left the first time 'cause the rent.
Fortunately, the weather was better than expected, and besides this one Dutch person yelling at me in a language I didn't understand, the people were really
Was
nice.
just a little too high. I stacked up all my money, bought a busted car. But when I get to Hollywood, I'ma be a star. I'm chasing better days. People come to Cali for them better days. So here we are. Can't you see what I see? Golden purple mountains, yellow Lamborghinis. By the ocean, Cali dreaming's coming back. Golden Coast is where.
After getting used to driving again, I checked out the fun park because I wanted to see if I would improve after 3 days. And the rest of the day I tried to learn a 180. At first I thought to myself it can't be that hard, but oh boy it was. At the end of the day, I didn't have a part in my body that didn't hurt. Since I was too exhausted to drive anymore, we decided to go get lunch. After eating, I saw that they had a slide going down to the toilets and I had to try it. I was surprised at how fast it was.
Then it was time to get back to our Airbnb and chill a little. We now arrived here about 2 hours ago and have settled in a little since then. And now we're kind of hungry again, so we need to get some food and some breakfast for tomorrow. This right here is the villa we always used to go to when we were here, and it's really funny to be here again, but we're gonna search for some food now and hopefully get some good stuff.
What the f*** is that?
And since it had like minus 10 degrees in our apartment, we decided to make some soup before going to bed.
The rest of the night I unwind because I knew the next days wouldn't be easy.
I got up the next day and first things first, I needed to properly fuel myself for a full day of snowboarding.
It's day 2 today and we're about to go skiing again, but first off we need to find the bus that gets us there, which only drives every half hour I guess, so we need to figure out where it starts and hopefully we don't miss it too often.
So we set off to find the bus, which we thought wouldn't arrive at first. It eventually came but didn't drop us off at the right destination, so we needed to walk quite some time.
Finally up the mountain, we immediately went to my
favorite slope of all time, and I started my 180 training again. It's so crazy to think that over 7 years ago I couldn't even do a turn there. And now I'm about to go through the fun park and I'm even attempting to learn a 180. After driving for a few hours, I decided to get some food and then call it a day. Of course I couldn't leave the restaurant without sliding down again and playing this typical game where you have to hammer a nail into a trunk.
No one seems to hold me like you do. You're so wonderful.
We then drove back into the valley and waited for the bus once more, which we again thought wouldn't arrive, but luckily it did.
We now finished skiing and are on our way to hopefully find some cake and coffee.
We eventually found a small bakery and I got some frozen yogurt while the others had some cakes. And on our way back home we also found a cat and it was just like back then.
New day, new motivation.
Delicious breakfast and perfect weather, aka nothing in my way to land the 180 today.
Well, actually I got a little sick overnight and our feet hurt like hell.
Honestly, my whole body hurt pretty bad. But on the bright side, the lift taking us up is completely new and with the fog the view looked incredible.
Party through the night, I say hello to better days. People come to Cali for them better days. Can't you see what I see? Golden purple mountains, yellow Lamborghinis, body ocean, Cali dreaming's coming back. Golden coasters where it's
and then it was time to learn the 180 again, which was already a little better, but I still didn't make it. And to be honest, I got kind of frustrated by the end of the day. Also at this point, I didn't have a part in my body that didn't hurt, so we decided to get some food and call it a day.
Back home, I was kind of disappointed.
I knew tomorrow would be my last chance of landing my jump. But after seeing my old snowboard videos, I gained some new motivation and I hope tomorrow is gonna be my day.
Waking up, I've still been kinda sick and I saw the chances of me making a 180 today slowly disappear.
Nevertheless, I couldn't let go of it and knew I needed to try one last time today. So as always, I got ready, we drove to the ski lift and went up. Unfortunately, the chairlift broke down and we had to take an extra route to arrive at my favorite slope again.
I prepared myself mentally, gathered all my strength, which wasn't much,
and started trying.
Goes in circles round and round. When you goes in circles, lost and found. You goes in circles round and round.
Even though it wasn't 100% perfect, I was so happy that I didn't give up and even through my pain kept going to finish what I've started.
Schau, ich film die Kamera, fuck you.